And the wait gets longer for the Indian national Hamid Nehal Ansari, who is jailed in Pakistan. Peshawar High Court was due to hear his case today, but the local lawyers in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa are boycotting the court proceedings to protest the killing of an advocate. The next date of hearing of Hamid's case will be announced later today. Ansari, who had already completed his 3-year jail term, is lodged in Mardan Central Jail in Pakistan's Peshawar city. The Indian national was arrested in Pakistan's Kohat city on charges of spying in 2012. And for more on this story, I am joined live by our bureau chief in Islamabad, Taha Siddiqui. Taha, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. So it seems that despite having waited, I would say, years, it is again time to wait for Mr. Ansari.
Definitely, Daniel, and we were also doing a wide coverage of this particular issue yesterday with regards to the fact that the hearing was supposed to happen today. And I am in Peshawar for that reason today. But when I spoke to the lawyer earlier today morning, they said that there was a murder of a fellow lawyer last night, and because of which they had to they were boycotting court proceedings all over the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. And whenever such a thing happens, usually the particular day hearings happening at different courts are then reassigned in the next working day. So perhaps by tomorrow we will have a clear idea of when the hearing will be rescheduled. But given the fact that now there is a lot of case overload in Pakistani courts all across Pakistan in different courts, like for example in the Peshawar High Court too. So it is possible that the next hearing date may be in a few days rather than any time soon.
And Taha, do you feel there is a sense of pressure when it comes to the court on this case due to the media attention that we at WION are actually trying to persuade?
Well, definitely. I mean, Pakistani civilian courts are not that powerful in the country, especially when it comes to taking on the military courts. Now, with Hamid Ansari's case, this is a clear sort of, clear-cut case of that particular position where the courts have to be really careful given the sensitivities of the case. Hamid Ansari was convicted by the military courts. There was not much information that was provided to his lawyer or to the courts as of yet. And, that's what basically the lawyer's plea has been, that the courts investigate this matter and ascertain why or what kind of anti-state activities he was involved in, because clearly he was just crossing the border, which he did illegally, and definitely that the lawyer even says was wrong and deserves some punishment. But he was not a spy, he was not involved in any espionage, and even from the military court's point of view, getting a 3-year sentence for espionage, that has never been seen before. So definitely even the military courts went easy on him in some ways. Of course, he's lost 5 years of his life, 3 years in abduction and 2 years in captivity in public, since everybody knows now that he's been in jail for 2 years since 2015, December 2015. So in that sense, the civilian courts, whether they will take up on this matter and decide in his favor, given it's the military courts that decided against him, it's going to be a tough one.
Thank you very much, Taha. Please, I request you to stay there, stay with us, because we have more stories from Pakistan. Therefore, we will need your expertise. In fact, in the battle for the leadership in the Pakistan Muslim League, Nawaz, Pakistani press reports say that a meeting of the party's leaders in London has finally decided that Nawaz Sharif's brother and the Punjab Chief Minister Shehbaz Sharif will succeed Sharif Sr. The reports say that Shehbaz Sharif will run for National Assembly seat in the general elections next year. The leadership issue is believed to have been discussed in the London meeting attended by ousted Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif, Shehbaz Sharif and the Prime Minister Hakan Abbasi, among other top leaders of the party. Abbasi, however, has been quoted in other reports as denying that a decision on Shehbaz has been taken, indicating persisting rift within the party on the leadership question. Sharif had to step down as Prime Minister in July after the Supreme Court disqualifying him in the Panama Papers scandal. His daughter Mariam and his son-in-law Mohammed Safdar also have been indicted in corruption cases. Sharif is in London now as his wife Kulsum is receiving treatment for cancer. He is scheduled to return to Pakistan tomorrow. Again, for more on this story, we are joined by our Islamabad Bureau Chief, Taha Siddiqui. Taha, thank you very much. So the first question is, it seems that even within the echelon, within the highest level of this party, there is no agreement on who should be the next one. It seems the Prime Minister does not agree with Nawaz Sharif and his brother.
Well, Shahid Khaqan Abbasi, Daniel, is currently the Prime Minister who's been chosen by Nawaz Sharif, of course, because he's the party leader. Now, from the looks of it, it seems because very little information is coming out, and it's coming out through different sources, and everybody has a different sort of version of what is going on behind the scenes. But Shahid Khaqan Abbasi was only denying these rumors that Shehbaz Sharif has been selected as the next successor if in case Nawaz Sharif does not, is not eligible to contest in the 2018 elections. Now, the only way he could be eligible, Nawaz Sharif could be eligible, is that if the National Accountability Court's cases against him that are ongoing right now are done away with and he is not found guilty, then his conviction can be reversed or his disqualification can be reversed. Other than that, basically the reason why the PMLN, the Nawaz Sharif group of the Pakistan Muslim League, met in London was that because elections are around the corner, they need to decide who will lead the party into these elections. And there it was decided that Shehbaz Sharif, the younger brother, who's still in Pakistan and is the Punjab, the most populous province's chief minister, he will be leading the party into the next elections. And then if the eligibility issue still persists, then perhaps Shehbaz Sharif could take charge and shift himself from the Punjab Assembly to the National Assembly and become a Prime Minister.
And Taha, obviously, I know that we cannot forecast the future, but given what happened, what is the chance that the party, the Nawaz Sharif party, stands in eventually running and winning the election? Are they still popular, or their popularity is actually decreasing by the day?
Well, definitely their margins have been hit in their voting patterns that we saw recently. You know, there was this election in Lahore, Daniel, which was the NA 120 elections after the disqualification of Nawaz Sharif. Now, that particular seat actually, Kulsum Nawaz, the wife of Nawaz Sharif, who's going under treatment right now in London, she was the one who contested it. Her daughter, Mariam Nawaz, was the one who was leading the campaign. Despite the fact that there was so much attention on that election, it was in the heart of where the PMLN power is in Lahore. Despite all of that, they did not win by the margin they were supposed to. In the 2013 elections, they won from the second, runner-up to the victorious one, which is Nawaz Sharif. There was a margin difference of around about 70,000 votes. This time around, it was around about 40,000 votes. So they have lost a bit of margin, but they're still winning in Punjab. And that is probably what most of the political pundits here and analysts predict, that PMLN may take a hit because of the Panama allegations and the Panama scandal. But that hit may not be enough for them to lose the government. They might, have lesser seats, but still, right now they enjoy a majority in the parliament. They enjoy the Punjab government. They have also a government in coalition in Balochistan. So two provinces and the federation are under them. So in the next election, it looks likely that they will sort of have the same kind of success, but not with those many seats, perhaps.
Thank you very much. This was our bureau chief from Islamabad, currently in Peshawar, keeping a track on Mr. Ansari, the Indian national who's been languishing 5 years on charges of espionage in Pakistani jails. So thank you very much, Taha. Appreciate your time.